class where we are going to talk about Rabindranath Tagore's What is Art? So, art is, for example, a rose, plainest language to know it, economic, straightforward, objective, and descriptive. A second way of knowing it is figurative language, song and picturesque. Along with describing a rose, we describe ourselves also, an immediate access to our hearts. Our heart is fully awakened in love or any other emotion by reading such type of art. Our personality is in its flood tide, then its longing to express for the sake of expression itself is the true art. We forget the claims of necessity. We forget the thrift of usefulness, and a perfect union of outside and inside is observed in art. There are two ways for man's energies to be spending. One is that of utility, the other is that of self expression. By constant association, the things of use along with sentiments mingle with the expressed to become an art. Say, for example, Mughal buildings and architecture. Say, ancient Indian temples. Say, the dressing of women as delight and personality. They are with a personal touch and hence are artistic. The principle of object of art is the expression of your own personality. This led to the confusion that the object of art is the production of beauty, beauty in art, a mere instrument and not its complete and ultimate significance. It is an endless argument whether manner is important or matter is important. Mere manner cannot have Mere matter cannot have beauty, and manner is the principal fact of art. Manner plus matter in the absolute way will give you the perfect art. True principle of art is the principle of unity, a perfect balance between matter and manner. Only matter, it becomes very abstract, objective, as you find in science. Only manner, it becomes the laws of rhetoric. Art harmonizes in our personality, which is an organic complex of matter and manner, thought and thing, motives and actions, matter and consciousness. So, all the abstract ideas are out of place in pure art and can have the expressions in the guise of personification. Say, for example, the words like consciousness and feelings are objective and philosophical. But in Sanskrit, the same words are chetana and anubhuti, which are entirely subjective to man. History states merely the facts. History plus emotions is equal to art. The artist adds emotion to the historical characters and make them come alive on the stage, on the screen, or in the papers of the book. So history plus emotions is art. Science plus emotions is art. So art is, with minute observation and a good understanding, the artist observes the things, combines his emotions, and expresses in a beautiful way. For example, when you first observe a man, you look at the physical features and observable details. When he becomes your friend, you observe the inner qualities, feelings, his thoughts, his emotions, and you get even more attached to it. Art exactly is this. You combine the outer physical features, the observable details, and also combine it with inner qualities, just like a steamer in Japan, drawing a tree or a flag. A flag is just a piece of cloth for somebody. But the flag, when desired in tricolor with a chakra in the middle, represents the entire Indian sensibility to all of us. And immediately we stand in attention and salute it. It's not a mere piece of cloth. When the emotion is attached to the cloth, it becomes artistic. Whereas the scientist goes into the inner unification of the things objectively, an artist goes into the inner unification of things subjectively. A scientist's impersonal principle of oneness, and an artist is the personal principle of oneness. The scientist destroys the human mind and interprets according to the philosophy and psychology, whereas an artist, the self is very important, which is the heart of the universal things. A scientist interprets an impersonal and in a general way. For example, a tree generalizes and classifies into species and genres. Whereas an artist, the observation is individual and unique, particularizes the tree and universalizes its general appearance. Through peculiarity, which is the discord of the unique, and an artist proceeds through personality, which is harmony. Apparent description and unity with the outer species is what a scientist does, whereas an artist develops the inner concordance with the outer surroundings. The Oriental art, especially India, China, and Japan, artists have seen the soul of the things. They have not just gone into the Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. They have gone deeper into the consciousness as well, as if it is an experience. They believe in it through their experience. That's why all the saints, all the Maharishis are all seers. They have seen it, they have experienced it. The West may believe in the soul of man, but don't believe and experience the soul of universe. The whole mental contribution of the East is filled with this idea of unity with the soul. So Atma and Paramatma, soul and the soul of universe. In the East, the most important is the universal soul because we believe in the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The Oriental art, the sages sat in the meditation to realize this universal soul. The artists have joined them in artistic realization, and hence, truth, power, and beauty lie in simplicity, where things become very transparent, where things do not obstruct the inner vision. And hence, all sages made their lives simple and pure because they have realization of a positive truth, which, though invisible, is more real than the gross and the numerous. And hence, we have the saying of Satyam and Sundaram. Whatever is truth is beautiful. Whatever is truth and beautiful definitely is Shivam also, and Shivam being the universal soul. Hence, these are expressed in the symbolism of worship. Through literature, the Upanishadic poets proclaimed and experienced the universal presence as a reality, as the earth under feet. The slightest movement of life would be possible if the sky will not filled the infinite joy. The realization of this joy has broken in the songs of Indian poets. A small example of a woman poet of medieval India on life, the life that ever appears and ever eludes, the life that is deep and silent, breaking out into the roaring waves, is what she says. So, the Indian art, which constitute the greater part of literature in India, is religious because for us, God is not a distant God, but He is us. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi. And He is our people, our guests, our plants, our animals, our seasons, our emotions. And God is in the woman who is good, in the man who is true, in the innocence of children, in the plant and animal life, in the atomic and cosmic objects as well. Hence, religious songs are our love songs. So, literature has extended into history, science, philosophy, depths of mystery, expanding sympathy into social consciousness. The function of the art, Indian philosophy of life has two perspectives. One side is finite, the other side is infinite. The finite side is repetitive actions we exhaust. The infinite side is aspiration, enjoyment, and sacrifice, truth, divinity, and immortality. Art touched the infinite side of man's life and made it immortal by transcending the earth's immortality. Whenever man fully realizes himself, they feel their immortality and they extend and express their realm of immortality into every region of human life. With the attainment of truth, he creates. So, who is an artist? An artist is a person who has attained this truth of the infinite attitude of life. The way in which he has realized the infinite attitude of life is expressed aesthetically, and that becomes artistic. He makes God's world his world of creation, and hence a poet is a creator. This building of man's true world, the living world of truth and beauty, and its union with divine, is the function of art. And that's why we have Satyam, Shivam, and Sundaram. The ultimate message that is given to everybody through the ancient Indian art is if man could listen to the inner voice that rises from the heart of his own creation, he resonates with the message of the ancient Indian sages. Shranvantu Vishwe Amritasya Putra Aye Dhamani Divyani Tastuhu Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Adityavarnam Tamasah Parastat Tameva Viditva Atimrutyumeti Nanyahavanta Vidyate Yanaya. The ultimate lesson of the Upanishads is that God must not be sought as something far away, something separate from us, but rather the closest, most intimate aspects of our own being. And this message is been represented in the artistic work of artists also in their own way. Man's social world with nation, society, religion, commerce, politics, and war, and the concept of the survival of the fittest, the human personality becomes monotonous, where things become dreadfully simple as they are robbed out of the mystery of life. In poetry, everything is judged from our heart. The great battles from an individual, nation, society, commerce, politics, war from a man's emotional aspect. Art creates individual stars that are definite in their forms and infinite in their personality. In art, it calls as the children of immortality and proclaims our right to dwell in the heavenly world. Man's death is only for the body and the mind. Immortality is the deeper unity, the ultimate mystery in him, the center of the world. This deeper self that is in this body yet transcends and goes beyond body, which is in his mind yet transcends, goes beyond his mind, which through the things belonging to him expresses something which is not in them, which, while occupying his present, overflows its blanks with the past and the future. It's a perfect combination of past, present, and future that you could find in art. It is a personality of man conscious of its inexhaustible abundance. It has a paradox in itself that it is more than itself. It is more than it is seen, as it is known, as it is used. This consciousness of the infinite is the personal man ever strikes to make his expression immortal and to make the world its own. In art, the person in us is sending his answers to the supreme power who reveals himself to us in a world of endless beauty across the lightless world of facts. So, in conclusion, Rabindranath Tagore's What is Art is a significant essay that explores the nature of art and its relationship with human experience. In this work, Tagore delves into the concept of art as a reflection of the human condition, emphasizing that art should resonate with the emotions and experiences of the audience. He argues that true art transcends mere craftsmanship and embodies a vision that connects the individual to the inner selves as well as the cosmos at a time. Tagore's ideas on art are deeply rooted in his phenomenological approach, which seeks to understand the essence of art through personal experience and emotional depth. Thank you very much for being a part of this video. Hope you have enjoyed doing Rabindranath Tagore's What is Art with me. His philosophy of life, his spiritualism, his understanding of what art is from the Oriental perspective is really worth appreciating. That's all from me today. See you in the next class. Bye for now. Namaskaram.